So, you've heard the FHA says you might be able to get a cash out refinance, but every lender you talk to gives you a different, higher credit score requirement. Are they making it up? No, and you're not imagining it. In this video, I'm going to break down the difference between the official FHA rule and the one that actually matters, the lenders, and I'll tell you the real credit score you'll likely need to get your hands on that cash. All right, let's clear this up. The Federal Housing Administration, the FHA, doesn't actually lend you any money. They just insure the loan, which protects the lender if you default. This is why there's a disconnect. While FHA loan guidelines can technically go as low as a 500 credit score for some programs, usually requiring 10% down on a purchase, the rule for a cash-out refinance is stricter. According to the FHA's own guidelines, the absolute minimum credit score for a cash-out refinance is 580. But here's the secret. Since individual lenders are the ones putting up the money, they add their own rules on top of the FHA's minimums. These are called lender overlays, and they're the lender's way of playing it safe because pulling cash out is seen as riskier. So, what score do you really need? Let's get real about the numbers. It all breaks down into tiers. First, forget about anything under 580 for a cash out. While some FHA programs allow scores in the 500 to 579 range, finding a lender for a cash out in that zone is basically impossible. The 580-619 range is the absolute bare minimum territory. A few lenders might consider you here, but be prepared for a tough search and less than great interest rates. If you do get approved, FHA rules state you can only borrow up to 80% of your home's value, meaning you must keep at least 20% equity in the home. The number where things start to open up is 620. Most lenders use this as their realistic minimum threshold for a cash-out refinance. Hitting this score means you'll be taken seriously and have a much better chance of approval. The sweet spot? That's 640 and above. Once you hit this level, you'll find that almost every FHA lender is ready to talk, and you'll be in the best position to get competitive offers. Now, your credit score is a huge piece of the puzzle, but it's not the only one. Lenders are also going to look closely at your debt-to-income ratio, or DTI. While the FHA can be flexible, many lenders want to see your total monthly debts, including your new mortgage payment, stay below 43% of your gross monthly income. They will also demand a perfect 12-month mortgage payment history, no lates, no exceptions. And of course, you'll need to show proof of steady, reliable income to prove you can handle the new loan payment. So what's the bottom line? While the FHA's minimum guidelines get a lot of attention, it's the lender overlays that you really need to pay attention to. For a cash-out refinance, you should realistically be aiming for a credit score of at least 620 to open the most doors, with 640 putting you in a prime position. Don't let the conflicting numbers you see online discourage you. Now you know the real score you need to aim for.